Good morning. Well, we're getting ready to haul a load over to our Poet Ethanol Plant. We're going to have some overrun bushels, so we're going to get to some of those when we can. We're also going to go back to shelling today. Should be able to get that started pretty quick. So I'm going to take you along for the ride. So yesterday I forget my gloves. Today I've got two pair. See, the day's already starting off better right there. Our driveway leaving the house is a little tight. We actually can't go to the right this way because of the angle of the drive with the trucks. Someday I need to fix that. And it's hard to shift left-handed. We hauled some stone here so we can swing wide, making the turn as we leave. It gives us room if we meet somebody at the corner. Kind of nice to pull over. So the bean field there, we cut those beans a few weeks ago. Right here at the entrance to the ethanol plant. You can see the steam kind of above there. So no line, and it's harvest time. There's some overrun bushels in the neighborhood for sure that they're going to be capturing. I know we are definitely going to be short on storage, so we plan on starting the process of hauling loads here when we can. They're too wet to come out of the field. We've been drying them, and reloading and bringing them here. So you can see the probe there. They're taking a sample out of the load. They insert that probe a few different areas of the load, make sure that it's an even sample. They'll test the moisture, check the quality. You'll get a grade, and that'll determine if you get any dockage off of your settlement when you sell your grain. For this time of year, the main thing they're checking is the moisture, and anything above 15.5% gets a dockage. And not sure, but I think they like it to be 20% or under, or preferably 18 or under. It's well worth the money and time to dry it on our end and then deliver them 15.5 corn when possible. So they built this plant, I believe 2007. We've been hauling here since then, since the first year they opened. I know 2009. We had vomitoxin, and it was a testing process, took like 45 minutes per truck, so everybody had to sit here in line. That's where all these lines come from. We got to where we couldn't deliver bushels that year and had an insurance claim and hauled them to another place that didn't care about the vomitoxin mold in the corn. Pretty much everybody in the neighborhood had it, so hopefully never relive that. I guess we've got a little line back here before the dumps, but not bad. Get a few loads while we let the material dry out. So farmers and semis, along with some of the elevators around here, keep this plant fed. The train cars you see are actually load-out cars for the DDGs, which are dried distillers grains. That's the byproduct after they've made the ethanol, and they use that as feed for animals. Poet has a branding, I believe Dakota Gold it used to be, not sure. It's actually a premium brand of DDGs as well as ethanol. We just pulled up to the field, and we've got wet corn from last night. There'll be a semi-load on the cart. Got the dry corn hauled off the Poet, coming by, getting a load of wet. Drop it off, feed the dryer a little bit, load some more dry corn. In the meantime, one of us is going to get the harvesting going, get the combine rolling, and a couple of trucks haul home. A couple of trucks haul to Poet, and somebody gets to change the oil in Mean Green today, because oil change day is here. So I'll hop in, green cart, and we've got just under a semi-load on. We're loading in the field here. We can get by the power lines, but you have to lower the auger, and it's just not worth it if you can pull in. So this was on the list of fields to do before the fields turn to lava, aka it rains so much it's so muddy you don't dare go to the fields because they're like lava. That's what I call it. This cart's got a 22-inch unload on it, and as we've talked in previous videos, we can get a semi off in 2 minutes. Now, I don't think I can get a semi off in 2 minutes and hold the phone at the same time, but we could try. So we get our joystick ready. When we reach over, our auger's already unfolded. We turn the hydraulics for our joystick on. We can then lower the auger as we please. Now I'm going to reach over and engage the PTO. Sorry about that. Now we're augering grain. So I slowed the gate down. Show you a little bit about what that's about. And when we want to shut the gate, we do that. I'm not going to top the truck up, but you kind of get the drift. See, the neighbor's got another one done. We're taking wet corn home. We'll dump it off. And we'll start loading some dry corn. We'll take a little video of that since we're in the daylight. The bin we're loading out of has got a 10-inch unload, 60-foot bin, so it loads really fast. Last night we were facing the opposite of what I like to face. So today we're going to line up like so I can jump out towards the tractor and shut it off. This thing loads so fast you have to be close to the switch or you make a big mess. And we don't want to forget high idle. I like to have it set here. There we go, 900 RPMs. It runs real well there. And no, we haven't fixed it. Still been hot wiring. It's on the list. So I've done the compression release. This is our 60-foot bin. You can see our rings. I talked in a previous video. These are a 44-inch white ring. The It's a 60-foot diameter bin. It holds 140,000 bushels, minus the floor, which you can see here. So it nets 136,000 bushel by the time we have the air floor. It's a 10 ring. This bin's got a nice staircase ladder on it. We built it in 2018. One day, we'd like to have another one right there. We like the 60-foot bin the best. It's easy to unload. It's a commercial bin, so it's got the stiffeners. There's a lot of things that are heavier duty in the commercial bins. While I'm loading the truck, here's our folding neck trailer. It's a tri-axle. We haul our dozer, excavator, heavy equipment on this. The neck, it has a pony motor here at the back. And the neck actually folds down. These little ramps, there and there, pop down. And you just drive right up on this trailer. You unhook it from the truck, it just sets on the ground, and you drive up on it. Before, we had a beaver tail lowboy that set up off the ground, and it was hard to load with tracks because of the height, and if you fell off the side, it makes for a bad day. So we got rid of that trailer. Doubled our money on this at an online auction, and then we turned around and bought this for a third of what we had in the whole deal, so we actually put money in our pocket on the deal. Gotta talk about those because it doesn't happen often. Wind's gonna make for a bad hair day. On a more serious thing, thanks guys for the support. YouTube sent me a thing this morning that said we've had 220,000 views and almost 1,700 watch hours. And we just started this kind of on a whim about a month ago. Did this kind of to show some of the family members, some of our supporters that can't be here at the field. Just kind of show them the day-to-days. Sorry for the quality at times, and I'm too old to edit, let's face it. Anyway, hope everybody enjoys. Tell your friends, subscribe. We'll see how far this thing goes. No expectations. Until then, enjoy the footage. Thanks. You can see we've got room. We don't fill the trailer completely full. The ag hopper trailers, they set a little higher. This sets low, so we just watch how full we get it. We're shooting for about 1,050 bushel. We're hauling 3 miles away, not bad. Load times out of this bin, 12 to 15 minutes, 10, I don't know, I don't time it exactly, but 12 to 15 minutes we're in and out of here. It's fast. It's fast enough that if you don't make a run for that little box over there, you will have a pile on the ground. We have to clean those up, and that's not fun. Trying to give you an idea of the speed that we're loading. We're running a 10-inch auger, and I have the tractor at 2,200 RPMs. It right at keeps up with a 10-inch unload, but not by much. These souped up unloads, they've been really nice. Their power sweeps work. Pretty happy overall. So we're all loaded up, ready to go back. Poet with another dry load. We'll leave there, go to the field, pick up another wet load, and then we got to figure out who the lucky guy is to do the oil change. Although either way, it's not bad to do. We are due, and if we do it now, we should be able to finish the season on no more oil changes. So that's a good thing. Today it's windy. My brother got 700 acres of fall apply spray done yesterday. let somebody rebuild the gearing off gearbox while we're harvesting. Depends. Fix list is getting a little large, so if we get it out, maybe somebody could fix it for us. Didn't catch it on video, but as I was pulling out, the other truck was pulling in to load. So today I'm in the 04 Kenworth. It's low miles, 144,000 miles. We found this online and went and looked. My brother went and looked at it. We bought it 2 years ago. It's 425 horse C12, 410 rear ends. That's really good. Wine's a little high for the interstate for fuel economy, but we don't drive the interstate a lot, so works great getting in and out of the fields. And it's hooked to our, I said in a previous video, 83 Tempe. It's actually an 87 Tempe. So a little history on the Caterpillar semi-engines. This 04 was the last year for the C12. The very next year they went to a C13. The C13 was a twin turbo. Not a bad motor, but the C15 twin turbos, the bigger one, they were bad. And as a result, Cat exited the truck industry, and the new trucks, you can't buy a Cat motor. They struggled to meet emissions, and they just exited the truck market. They're strictly off-road now. Most people don't know that. Essentially, the EPA shut Cat down. We're on the scale. Scan our card, and it spits out a ticket. Getting my load of wet corn as I come by the field. Combine's running. On windy days, you just have to be mindful where you walk. You can see if you open your eyes in that area, it would be a bad day.
Brandon should be, I believe.
I usually have
trailer getting pumped is diesel into it right now.
There's just bee wings, there's stuff in your eyes non-stop. It's still fun digging it out, so I just see bees on.
Got a 14.6 moisture. That's in Houston.
Not many lines this morning, so we're going to focus on some dry corn hauling while keeping the combine running.
Just FYI, Brittany, I'm all done up here, so I can come back.
He just dropped his dry corn off. He's headed back to the field to grab wet. He'll drop it off and reload dry and come back to Poet and repeat the process. And as we pull out, we're going to pass Brennan in our other truck. He's already did his cycle. Went to the field, grabbed a load of wet, went home, reloaded dry. Now he's going to go to Poet, drop that off, and he'll come back to the field, load wet. I am now ahead of the field to load wet bushels. I'll drop those off at home, and we're going to reload again. Pretty much repeating the process. I was going to show you some cover crop that's coming up that we flew on by drone. The video's not doing it justice. I'll probably post it anyway, and hopefully in the future we'll have some of those videos. I'll show you how that works. Snow's here at the field. He just got filled up. We're going to come in here and do the same. Combine's way back in the distance, about to finish this field. We pulled in here last night. Haven't been here real long. It's about 40 acres, a little under. So we just got the field done. He's headed down the road. We're going to take the combine to the shop for an oil change on the way to the next field. So you can see the hopper has to fold down to go down the road. And remember our ladder. See, it sticks out right where the mailboxes are, so we slide it around. It's hard to see in the video. He's got just a constant kind of bounce. So we'll watch him make this turn and talk about this. What we have to watch when we're in the seat is the tail swing. See, the auger can hit the pole. And as we turn around the corner as driving the combine, that's one of the main things we're concerned with, just hitting things. You can see it's as wide as the road. Gets around pretty good for what it is, but definitely not for the faint of heart with the folding head on there. Look at the bee's wings. So we've got the combine back, and it's kind of windy. We're going to pull it in the shop. We had the Hagee in there because we've had cold weather. He's got around 700 acres, I think, sprayed with it on. So there's the combine. Take you in the shop and we'll open up. Sorry it's such a mess in here. There's the Hagee. We'll pull it out. So this is my normal ride. And I do a little bit of the other stuff, but my primary is driving a sprayer. It's a 2019 Hagee STS-12. It's got a John Deere 6.8 in it. 120 foot boom, really nice machine. We utilize Deere GPS like the combine has. We have a monitor for boom height control. This is all about the machine. You can get in here and do any of the adjustments on the machine. We have all our buttons over here, our shutoffs for manual, automatic and manual pump, plus and minus when you're in the manual pump, fence row nozzles, our fold. It's kind of handy. Interesting thing on a Hagee, there's no brake pedal. So the first time I unloaded one of these off the trailer, I didn't know that. So I'm backing up and it rears up on the bags, which is a wild ride. One tire dropped off the edge of the drop deck and I went for the brake pedal. It didn't exist. So that's how I learned they didn't have a brake pedal. And we'll go pull the combine in, start draining the oil while it's hot. Made a mistake of draining it one time in the cold weather. Took a long time to drain. Then we were there all day for no reason, and we had to work real late to make up for it. So I won't do that again. This is nice and warm, almost too warm. So the gearbox is out. Noah got it out. And we've had some things pop up. We've got to have a gearbox, so we are going to drop it at our Bain dealer on the way by. So hopefully we get this thing back going. John Deere dealer has somebody kind of interested in John Deere head. Right now, I guess we're focused on getting a box. Our head's been trouble-free the whole time we've had it. We're kind of due for an issue or two. So we've determined this gearbox was the one that we had little shavings on the magnet. Noah took a picture of it. So we should have went ahead and pulled it out. We've never had a gearbox issue. It's pretty easy to pull, except for the crown gear is on this one because it's the end gearbox. Luckily for us, we've got somebody's going to rebuild it. I'm going to drop that off soon.